crew here tonight. We got Alton, Brooklyn Tony, and Miami Steve, and of course you all know Boston Jimmy. So today we have a very special occasion. I've been talking to the kind folks at Ventura Cigars, and they've been so kind enough to send us some samples of their new Psycho 7 Maduro. So without further ado, we'll talk a little bit about it. They come in these real interesting boxes. There's two to a box, Psycho 7, and they slide the top off, and we get a couple of sticks out of each. So guys, here, why don't you grab one of these, why don't you grab one of these, and we'll grab a couple right out of here. There you go, Tony. So what you're seeing here on the outside, there's a double band kind of thing going on. The double band is, the outer band is actually designed like a prescription from a doctor. And the idea is you got to kind of peel that off, okay? And there's different ways to do that. So I just pulled the whole top piece off. And so this is the regular band, which just says Psycho 7 on it. I'll just put that back on. And the actual prescription itself can peel off. This describes it as a Robusto Maduro, 5x9x50. It's talks that it has unlimited number of refills, so you definitely want to refill these. So it's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 country blend. And that's where the 7 comes from, Psycho 7. So this is a 7 country blend. It's got Mexican, Ecuadorian, Nicaraguan, Peruvian, Honduran, Dominican Republic, and the USA. And of course at the bottom there is a number of different doctors you could have seen if you need to feed or medicate your mind, as they say in Ventura. Such doctors as Dr. Hudat, and Dr. Meow, and Dr. Inspector Watson, Dr. Bad Boy, and well, it goes on and on. You'll see these on the review on Stogie Press. I'll give a little more detail on the outer band. So, gentlemen, face the camera.
Face the camera.
Let's talk to the camera here a little bit about what we see in this cigar. So you got a San Andreas outer wrap here. It's got that nice gritty feel to it. I like the scent, man. You like what are you picking up on the foot, Steve? Like that?
It's a very well aged tobacco.
Yes, it is.
Not overpowering. It's very aged right now.
Yeah, you're very intrigued to start lighting this up. Absolutely. So
you don't have that typical heavy cigar smell. You don't.
I'm going to actually do a punch with my new Ventura lighter. Yes.
Looking at it, it looks strong. The nose, though, on the foot, I'm not going to say it is as strong. So let's see what happens.
Okay. So there we go.
Nice and smooth, I can tell you.
Yep.
Very nice. I'm just starting my first second.
The drawer is actually slightly restricted on the cigar. And it's got a all right. So we're all fired up. There's a little there's a little bit on the nasal right now, but nothing that I wouldn't expect.
Yeah, it doesn't have that when you first light a lot of the cigars, you get that heavy punch in the face.
No,
it's very spicy. No, this is very smooth. As I said, it's a well-aged tobacco.
Yeah, it's aged right off the bat.
It's a little dry to me initially here. And I don't know if that's what I ate, but.
So
it's making me thirsty.
So the P7, otherwise known as Psycho 7,
Something to drink.
I was already available, they said, in several Vitolas, but the brand manager, Kevin Newman, the notorious Mr. K, wanted to offer something even more. And in 2014, they came upon some incredible San Andreas
Psycho 7.
wrapper that proved to
Only
be
Jimmy
a
finds this
delicious match for the Psycho 7.
I
So
like
this is actually kind of a limited edition wrapper that they have, so there aren't going to be a lot of these out there.
Yeah, it's hard to get the San Andreas wrapper. I'm a fan of it, but
Yeah.
that's just me. I always, I
like
think I
San
discovered it
Andreas.
about 3 years ago, and 3-4 years ago. In fact, if you remember the Ashes, the one cigar was made when I used to get a case of those Maduros in. Only every once in a while they'd get some of the San Andreas wrapper. It was a great stick, so I enjoy it.
I like the little ashtray too. They sent me this ashtray.
Yeah, the marketing and packaging is really nice.
Marketing, right.
Yeah.
Here's the beautiful ashtray they sent me, which I
With the little
just
Movito
need to
pack.
stare. No, that's Alice Cooper.
Oh,
You need to stare at this and keep looking at it, and let me know if things are happening in your world as it turns. So I like their marketing. I like what they've done. They have everything all set up with the swag. They've got lighters, they've got ashtrays, they've got the hat, and the Maduro Cigar Company. So I really like what they're
Very
doing.
clever.
I met these folks the first time last year at the IPCPCR in Vegas. Very nice when they handed out the Psycho 7s, and they were all the rave then. And so we're going to smoke these down a little, and we'll get back to you in just a moment and tell you where we're at. Well, okay, so here we are back. We've burned down a good first inch of this beautiful Psycho Robusto. We were talking, the ash, some of the guys have already ashed. Alton and I, we've
beautiful ash.
kept our ashes. It's kind of a very light gray, almost white ash, a little tooth to it. So here we are back going through the Psycho 7 Maduro. We've, most of us gone down about a good inch or so. I think Alton and I both have kept our ashes. The other ones have ashed theirs. It's got a beautiful light gray, almost white ash.
Perfect burn line.
Perfect, yep, perfect burn lines.
Yeah, nice and straight, nice and clean.
4 cigars burning well.
So
4 cigars burning well. This is an excellent set.
Nobody's
of
relit.
Nobody's had to relight.
That's right.
The drawer has been, like we said in the beginning, slightly restricted, but not bad. It was the way it's designed, I think, to be a slow burning smoke. And like Steve said, we didn't have to relight it, so it's still moving right along.
See, now I just got my first hint of a little bit of spiciness kicked in,
Okay.
right? And I, about a third in, I just got a little more spice than I've had.
And
It's
we
been a
were
very smooth cigar.
I got a little licorice.
a little liquor. We were just talking about that
Yeah.
in the beginning. We got the coffee.
Just got it again.
And it seems like we're getting some licorice. We actually had to take down the bottle of Zambuca just to double check. We all agree that there's a hint of licorice that comes in through that coffee, and now Steve is picking up some spice, so we'll continue savoring this. Any other thoughts, guys?
Other than I want to see with the 2 Lajera leaves, if because it's such a smooth cigar, I'm wondering how it's going to make me feel. So I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is. You haven't told. Jimmy hasn't told me. Is this a full-bodied, a medium, a mild? I mean, right off the bat, it's so smooth that I'm going. Saying maybe a medium body possibly, but.
So Alton just dropped the ash. I would say I've already smoked one of these before, so I know it's going to drop right about this point. So I'm going to ash that right out. We'll be back as we go through the second third of the Psycho 7 and give you an update. Okay, so here we are, down about another inch, a little more than an inch, except for our friend Brooklyn Tony, who likes to smoke his cigars fast. So far, Steve, you were mentioning some things about it when you were smoking. You were picking up a little hint of spice somewhere that lasted briefly.
Yeah, right before we went to break, it's getting a little spice, a little pepperiness to it, and then it pretty much has stayed pretty much the same at this point. So we had the initial coffee notes held up throughout the cigar. The licorice, or I don't want to say licorice, I want to say ouzo flavor, that alcohol with licorice taste to it. And then a little spice, and it's not kicking my butt, so I'm going to give this at this point, I'm going to say, medium-bodied cigar. So if you don't like a cigar that's going to knock your head off, it's perfect. It's very smooth. As I said, well-aged tobacco. They're all burning well. None of us have had a relight since. Whole nice ash.
Oh yeah.
Very good cigar.
Smoke production has been, I think, at a medium level. It's not a full smoke production, but it's definitely a medium smoke production. Nicely filling the palate. Any thoughts, Alton?
I'm just not picking up that licorice taste. Other than that, I mean, well-constructed cigar, no burn issues, it's a good stick.
Excellent stick.
Good to the last drop.
Tony's got it right down to the last drop. We're gonna slice Tony out of the picture in the next take, but so the Psycho 7 so far is
It's Psycho.
living up to its name. We are medicating our minds right now. So far, very pleasurable smoke. Like we said, it's the flavor has been consistent. This is not. I will not describe this as a flavor bomb. There's not a lot of transitions in it. There are some subtle flavor notes that come and go, but it's very delightful on the palate. So we'll come back and finish this one off. Well, welcome back again. We're down to the nub now. I would say that the ash has held up each time a good inch and a half before it fell. So pretty consistent burn all the way through. Steve, you were picking up an interesting flavor at the end.
A little bit of cherry.
Cherry flavor, yep, and I think we all concur that there was some cherry in there. It was subtle. I was picking up kind of on top of that a little spice. It was kind of hitting back.
I think the Ligero, at first I was saying, I don't think it's not that full of a body cigar, but for eating a full meal before I came out here, and I'm going to go medium. It's definitely a medium. You can feel a little bit of the nicotine. It's not going to kick anyone's rear end, not going to make your head spin, but very nice cigar.
So to get us in the mood of smoking the Psycho, we were listening to some Alice Cooper in the insane asylum, and we just finished the Psycho to the sounds of "We're All Going Crazy." So yes, I think we need to be continually medicated as we finish off the Psycho 7 Maduro. I'd like to thank Ventura Cigars for providing the samples. I love the presentation. Thank you very much for the swag too. It just adds to the Stogie Press Lounge, and it'll always be out so everybody will see it.
This is a prescription right here.
That's the prescription, yeah. I'm going to have to go see Dr. Who-Dat after this tomorrow to get my prescriptions refilled of Psycho 7. So thank you very much, and that's our Stogie Press review of the day.